Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is MD Tech here with another quick tutorial. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to resolve an issue you may be having when trying to upgrade your computer from Windows 10 to Windows 11, that the PC must support secure boot. Now, this is one of those hard requirements for the upgrade to Windows 11. And when I say hard, I mean there's no flexibility with it. Soft requirements, there's more flexibility whether you meet the requirements or not. But secure boot alongside the TPM 2.0 requirements seem to be pretty important for Windows 11, even though in some of the earlier beta builds you don't really need it. But generally speaking, if you're trying to upgrade from Windows 10, that's going to be a problem. So we're going to go about how to resolve the secure boot issue here, which is fairly easy to resolve in my opinion. And we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. So we're going to start off by actually making sure we have a backup of everything on our computer, because this is going to do a clean factory install of Windows 11 here, because we're going to actually have to convert our drive, unless you have a secondary drive on your computer, in which case, sure, you can do it on that drive, but be better safe than sorry. Make sure you have everything backed up before you do anything here. It's very important. I'm going to stress that for you. So make sure you have it backed up to some external flash drive, the cloud, somewhere that's not on your computer. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and restart our system. This will look the same for Windows 10 as well. So just would right click on the start button, select shutdown or sign out, and then hold down the shift key and select restart. Again, shift key and then restart your computer. This will look identical on Windows 10. So do not worry that I started in Windows 11 here. It's fine. Besides a couple graphical differences, it should be the exact same command, same exact process that we followed if I was on a Windows 10 computer. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and select Troubleshoot, Reset Your PC, or see Advanced Options. And now we are going to go ahead and select the Advanced Options button. So go ahead and left click on that. And now we're going to go ahead and select where it says Command Prompt, because we're going to be going into the command prompt for today's tutorial, and that's where we're going to be doing our conversion. So we are going to start off by selecting Command Prompt. And it's very important you type in exactly everything I write on the screen here. Again, very critical, because if you don't do it, it's not going to work. And then you might have an unbootable system, because we're about to, clean everything. So you want to make sure you do it right here. Worst case scenario, you can always reinstall Windows 10, but, let's save a step there unnecessarily and just let's do it right the first time. And we're going to just type in MBR2. A numerical 2, don't spell out 2. So again, MBR2 gpt.exe space /convert. Again, exactly how you see it on my screen here. So again, MBR2gpt.exe space /convert. I will have this zoomed in on the screen as well so you can see it a little bit better. Hit enter on your keyboard. So it should say that MBR2GP will now attempt to convert the default boot disk. If conversion is successful, the disk can only be booted in GPT mode. These changes cannot be undone. Now that we've done this, we're not finished yet because we still have to change it to the UEFI model. So close out of here, and you're going to go turn off your PC, and then you're going to go into your boot menu, so your BIOS. So select your BIOS key when your computer is booting up. You can look that up for your specific computer make and model. Generally, it's either the escape key, F2, F8, and F12. Those are the most common keys I've seen. So again, it'd only be one of those. But again, if you had to just completely guess, it would be one of those 4 or 5 I mentioned. But you can look that up on your own end. I'm assuming you're doing that before you're actually following along with this tutorial blindly. But pretty straightforward. Go ahead and look that up. We're going to go turn off our computer, and then I'm going to go get to my boot menu, and I'm going to come right back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and enter into my setup. So just go ahead and hit enter. And then if you've never been in the BIOS before, use your arrow keys left and right to go navigate between the settings here. So we're first going to start by heading over to the boot tab. And then you want to select boot mode. Now, I don't have one in my case since I'm in a virtual environment because it's a little bit weird here. You would select boot mode and then you would change it to UEFI. Again, you would change it to UEFI mode. So you would change that. Again, it would be under the boot tab here. And then you would go to the security tab and then you navigate down to secure boot and you would change that to enabled. So you would see that on your system. I'm in a virtual environment here. That's why I don't have all these settings and my computer doesn't even have secure boot. But I'm just saying that that's how you would go about doing it. So again, you go to the boot tab first, change boot mode from legacy support to UEFI, and then you go over to the security tab and you would turn on secure boot. And then you just tap the F10 key to save and exit. Save configuration changes and exit now, tap yes. So while you'll still likely have your Windows files and stuff, there's still a chance that it won't be saved. So that's why I wanted you guys to make a backup before you begin. But then at this point, you go ahead and check for updates in Windows 10. Let it update to Windows 11. At that point, you should be good to go. So pretty straightforward process. Do I was able to help you out, and I do look forward to catching you all in the next tutorial. Goodbye.